All right, folks, back in the Pratte home office. And listen, I normally don't do this. Once I pay tribute to someone, I think I've said it all, and I let the rest kind of take its course. Because when you talk about somebody, I think you pour your heart into it, and then you just try to resume this thing called life. But listen, after a long day at the plant, I ended up going to Dan Spratt's funeral home, J&J Spratt Funeral Home in New Brighton, where a tribute has been underway since late this morning, and it is just wrapping up with an incredible service from the New Brighton Christian Assembly Church minister, Pastor Sam DeMarco, Gene DeMarco's incredible brother. It was for Ricky Groves, my classmate who passed away suddenly. And a lot of folks that I haven't seen in a long time were there. And they know who they are, but of course, leading the way and the original chairman of the board for your Pratte, Mark Nemesek. Obviously, Marianne Stulak, Steve and Cindy Balick, Mr. and Mrs. Schwartzel were there, and many others. Joe Signor and his lovely bride, Lisa Mudgewood, the Mudgewood family, right here. Much love to them, and so many others. Mike Reyes, Frank Papa. I just wanted to say this. As I was talking to Rick's sisters and his wife and his sister Sue's husband, Rick lived life to its fullest. And that's why I opened with a little music. And Rick would want this thing to be a party. So I thought I would funk it up a little bit and play some music. You know, whenever there was a school dance, he was there in the spotlight. We were hanging out, just talking, spending time, and, you know, looking at all these pictures. It just kind of took me back to his days up at Oak Hill with his grandmother and how important athletics really was to him. And you know, as I was talking to his brother-in-law, Sue's husband, we were talking about how Ricky Groves really used athletics to overcome a lot in life. And whenever that game was on the line, it wasn't like put me in, coach. It was like, I'm here, give me the ball. And when the pressure was at its height, this guy just give me the ball. That's what he wanted. I wish that, you know, we could all stay young forever, and he was way too young to die. But the great thing is, you see a real pouring of love from that picture of life that we all look at sometimes half empty as opposed to really half filled, right? And I witnessed today, because as good as they are at Spratt's funeral home, it really was the faces, the people, tears, laughter, and all of the pictures, and some of New Brighton's finest. I mean, Terry Francona and obviously RG, Ricky Groves, and his lifelong best friend. And I can remember seeing those two guys come to the junior high canteen, dance together with their ties and shirts, and man, they just rocked it. They were different. And that's how far back your Pratte Pack goes, this analytical mind of mine. It's kind of like a shutter on a camera. I've been taking pictures forever. And now this album just continues to grow, but it's not always happy thoughts and memories. But I know this, if Rick would have been there today, he would have been proud to say, wow, I really did have a lot of friends. And as he always used to say to me, whenever I would see him, nose to nose, even if he had to get up on his tiptoes, hey, big boy, how are you? And he'd take that hand and he'd bang it off his chest a couple of times just to let you know that he was ready for whatever life was going to throw at him, and he wanted you to be prepared in case he said, I'm going to give you the ball. And I know it's going to be very difficult for the next few days and weeks, months, and for the family, especially his lovely wife, who I told her, God bless you for the life you gave him. I know how much he loved her and his incredible son, who's all grown up now, and I had a chance to see him. But he is tall, he is lean, but he has got that Groves face. That man's like Mount Rushmore in New Brighton. You see it, you know it. And to all of his family, his sisters, and my sister Eve had a wonderful relationship with his sister Sue, who I absolutely adored. I know it's going to be tough, but know this. Your brother lived more in his short life than most people live in, well, twice the life. And I guess the best way for me to end this is to simply say thank you to the Oak Hill Vets, where everybody is gathered to sit back, relax, and enjoy some fine wine and good spirits, and obviously good food, and to break bread and to share their thoughts and memories of the man from NB who was known as RG. So, Rick, Game ball, brother. Game ball in life. You deserve it. And thank you for being my friend. I'm very much appreciative. So, have a great day. And remember, enjoy the moment you're living in because they don't replay life. Okay? Have a great day from your Pratte Pack.